Okay, we'll have to ask you to leave it.
I'm on a publicly accessible area.
No, we've seen all the signs that say...
Yeah, beyond this point. And do you know what the other sign says? It's publicly accessible up to the reception. So this is actually part of the publicly accessible area. So if you want to follow your own signs, we'll follow your signs, and that's fine. And I'll stand here and carry on doing what I'm doing. Who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Don't want to tell you.
Hey, exactly. There you go. You're going to try and give me orders. You don't even want to identify who you are.
Come with me.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You can go have a look.
DTP clearly knows the law inside and out, and he rightly brings up Article 10, the right to freedom of expression. That protection doesn't just cover speech. It also includes the right to gather and share information. And yes, that absolutely extends to filming in public spaces. Recording matters of public interest is a protected activity, whether certain officials or security staff happen to like it or not. The problem throughout this encounter is that some people confuse personal discomfort with actual legal authority, and those are two very different things.
In fact, because you don't want to give me details, I think you possibly pose a terrorist risk.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
If I seize that, then...
You're going to seize this?
Yeah. And then
Why?
Every police officer in the UK is expected under PACE code to properly identify themselves when exercising police powers or issuing directions to members of the public. Failing to do so, especially during a confrontational encounter involving threats or demands, is a serious breach of professional standards and accountability. Public trust depends on transparency, and when officers refuse to identify themselves while asserting authority, it only fuels suspicion and damages confidence in policing. Cases like Wayne Cousin's highlighted the dangers of unchecked authority and why clear identification, accountability, and public scrutiny are absolutely essential in modern policing.
I think you might be doing something like...
So do you know the memo by the National Police Chiefs Council?
So what I'll do, if I take that, and then I'll review that, and then if there's any...
How about I show you the footage now?
Okay.
I've been here 5 minutes, all right? So I don't want you to see this, my only phone. Freedom of expression, freedom of the press.
So then I think...
Do you know what that means?
What's that guy doing?
Do you know the oath that you took to uphold your oath?
So I think, what's that guy doing? That's a bit odd.
So you're incriminating my right to silence and my right to privacy is what you're saying?
I'm making sure that you're up to no good.
You make sure that I'm up to no good?
Yeah.
You mean you make sure that I'm not up to no good?
Yeah.
Or you're trying to find something. You're trying to make sure that I'm up to no good, so you're trying to find anything that you can, because I didn't want to answer your questions.
No. I'm making sure that you're here, so you not posing a threat to anyone. Okay.
So
you hang on, stop.
Okay.
Right? So you're right. Those signs there says no access beyond the public.
At this point, am I being detained?
Hey?
Am I detained at the moment?
No.
Okay, so I'm not detained. All right. Then.
Not at the minute.
So you still haven't identified yourself, seeing as you said you threatened to seize.
Hang on.
No, identify yourself because you threatened to seize my phone. So let's go through the identification, prove that you have the power to do so.
Okay.
Andy McDonald, 2249. Is that constable? Or is that sergeant?
Constable.
Constable.
So
I want to know, so I know how to make a complaint. And you are?
I'm Detective Constable Dodds.
You're Detective Constable Dodds.
I'm here with my colleague.
Perfect.
Listen, because we've had...
Have you got your warrant card with you?
Yeah,
please, in your plain clothes. Can I see it, please?
We're talking to you right now.
Yes, and if you're talking to me in your capacity, then you need to show me your warrant card. Did you guys learn nothing after Wayne Cousins? Nothing at all? No, because he's just threatened to seize my phone and accuse me of being a terrorist.
No, I know. You put it on YouTube and it shows you access routes and all that lot. Take it to the court and they might decide...
You really think that would go to the courts? Mate, you would find yourself in civil litigation before you could say shit.
So we'd have a look at that. And if there was nothing on there, then happy days.
Yeah, you'll be the one up in court on civil litigation if you take my phone.
So happy days will get returned to you.
Go for it.
But if not, then you'd be trespassing, you'd be ejected from the site for trespass.
Right.
But if you're staying in the public areas, have a good
you need to
afternoon.
jog on. You need to go home.
Okay,
I think you haven't even shown your warrant card, so you can keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. You're not even going to identify yourself.
So you can...
Well, I don't know because you won't identify.
You can stay in the public
You're just another Wayne Cousins, aren't you?
You have a nice day in the...
So yeah, try not to murder anyone, try not to rape anyone, try not to take pictures of anybody in your care.
Enjoy yourself.
Try not to strip search any 14-year-old girls, is what you police like to do. Especially ones like you who refuse to identify.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You won't even show your warrant card.
Yeah, come on.
It's alright, you're gonna get an IOPC complaint.
Okay, no problem.
That's fine. Trying to abuse Terrorism Act. Considering there's a memo from the Chiefs Council. Yeah, I've got it all on camera, that's fine.
We could show them the footage. Let's talk.
Yeah, that's fine, I will show them footage. You're gonna abuse your powers despite the memo.
You got any ID?
Pardon?
You got any ID?
Have you got any ID?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's very
Can I
kind of
see
you.
yours then?
Pardon?
Have you got any ID to show me?
Well, you first.
Are you an officer?
Pardon?
You're a police officer.
Well, I'm not answering any questions until you tell me who you are. So,
Head of
Stephen Smith, 6995, lovely. What's that, PC, DS, DC? Your rank?
Senior manager, MB3.
Senior manager, so you're not a police officer?
No, just checking who you are then.
The officer then escalates things further by threatening to seize the phone under terrorism powers, most likely referring to Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. But that power can't just be used because someone is filming in public. The law requires genuine, reasonable suspicion that the individual is involved in terrorism-related activity. Simply recording in a public space does not meet that threshold. There's no evidence here of suspicious behavior linked to terrorism, which makes the threat sound more like intimidation than lawful policing. Invoking anti-terror legislation without proper grounds only weakens public confidence and risks turning serious legal powers into tools for silencing lawful activity.
Was that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon? So was that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon?
That's not what you're saying.
Said, was that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon?
What's vegan being?
You, fake cop, fake pig, fake pig. You are. Come up and demand ID from.
Recording this.
Yeah, come up and demand ID from people like you have some sort of authority. Not even the police have that authority, and yet you think you can do that. Can you stand up and be professional if you're going to address me as a police officer? And was I talking to you? I was talking to him.
I don't have to stand up. I can sit down. That's fine.
Well, then I'm just going to put my headphones back in and ignore you again.
We can have a conversation.
Right, there we go.
Stand up.
Thank
we can
you.
have a conversation. Look.
Right, if you're going to act as a police officer, act professional.
Let me give you a scenario, right? So let's say you go into Tesco's, which you would agree is publicly accessible for people to go shopping. Yeah. For that purpose, would you agree in that?
Yeah.
And you did something in Tesco's just for.
I can walk into Tesco to browse. I don't have to walk in there to shop.
Yeah.
I can walk in here to browse.
But let's say you did something in there that's causing people to feel uncomfortable and causing.
If there was a lawful basis for why I was causing them discomfort, then
police staff demanding identification in this situation is deeply concerning because they simply do not possess the same legal powers as sworn officers to require it. That's what makes this so problematic. It comes across as an intimidation tactic, creating pressure and confusion in the hope that someone will comply without questioning the legal basis. Many members of the public don't know the difference between police staff and police officers, and that uncertainty can easily be exploited. When authority is asserted without lawful power behind it, it risks coercing people into surrendering rights they were never obligated to give up in the first place. That's exactly why this kind of behavior is so unsettling.
No, where I disagree is whatever that is that you're causing people to feel uncomfortable, even if it was completely lawful, I would say that they've got the right and to ask you to leave. And that's what we're doing. You can go onto the sort of out of the public.
So what if I stand there?
I think that would be fine. Yeah.
So what's the difference? So what's the difference between standing here and recording and there recording? Pardon? Is it illegal to raise my voice?
No, but it's unnecessary. Yeah.
Well, it's unnecessary for you to come and accost me, to be honest. Well, you've just said I can stand there and record, but I can't sit here and record.
This is private
but there's no difference. There's no difference in the action, is there? It's still going to make them uncomfortable. So what's the difference?
I can't do anything about it. All I can do is ask you to leave the public.
Yeah, and that's where you can. Yeah, you can ask me, and I'll politely decline.
My job is to try, over and above protecting the public and enforcing the law, is to try and if somebody's made to feel uncomfortable, just try and address that and sort it out.
Right.
So that's what I've tried to do in this situation.
Okay.
If you just, we're going to go away now, and I've said I'd like to leave our property.
Right.
And I've given you a reasonable time of 10 minutes to do that. So we're going to leave now.
Okay. And what if I don't? What if I'm still here in 10 minutes?
Well, it's a civil matter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll have to make a decision about how we want to deal with that.
And how would you? And what would you do?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet.
All right.
But we've asked one of our uniformed colleagues to come and speak to you, just to see if you engage differently with somebody who's more identifiable as a police officer.
This analogy completely falls apart under scrutiny. Tesco is private commercial property, and as a business, it generally has the right to remove individuals within reasonable limits. A police station, however, is fundamentally different. It is a publicly funded institution paid for by taxpayers and subject to far higher standards of accountability and transparency. Staff discomfort alone is not a lawful justification for removing someone who is peacefully exercising their rights, especially rights protected under Article 10, including freedom of expression and the gathering of information. The legal test is not whether someone feels uneasy or annoyed. The real question is whether any law is actually being broken, and at this stage there is no evidence of any criminal offense whatsoever. Comparing a police station to a supermarket shows a serious misunderstanding of public accountability, civil liberties, and the role of policing in a democratic society.
I've spoken to PC 137 and advised them
PC
that
137.
we have asked you to leave the curtilage of what we deem to be the private property, and we're giving you reasonable time in which to do that.
Okay.
And I'll just reiterate that the reason why we've asked you to leave is because we've had complaints that your behaviour is making people feel uncomfortable.
Well,
I've rephrased it there that I'm not using the word distress, which you took a perception to, and I wouldn't. That's not what's been reported. It's made people feel uncomfortable.
Okay. So now your job is for 3 constables to stand around and try and try to enforce people's discomfort and feelings over the law.
I've explained. I'm going to go now.
You're going to go.
If you feel uncomfortable about 3 people being here, that's fine. And
Well, it doesn't matter if there are 10 people here. To be honest,
we're trying a different approach to see whether that's
PC
agreeable with you.
137. PC 137. I'll suggest just get in your car and drive away. You're not going to get any more response out of me than they are.
That's absolutely fine.
The uniform does not intimidate me any more than your plain clothes does. Oh, is it not? No. That's funny.
People feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Funny that, because the psychology behind it says different. If you actually look at Ash's studies from the 70s, his studies on compliance and uniform actually state the opposite.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm actually a psychologist. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like you said, you sort of intimated that you took exception to there being three police officers here. So I'm going to leave because
go for it. You do what you want to do.
More to say to you. But yeah, we'll leave you in Bob's capable hands. All right.
I love that. Detective sergeant's got to get a PC to handle his dirty work.
Look, I just want to make you as comfortable as possible. So I'll introduce myself as PC 137. I've had no idea as to what this incident is about. What's going on here?
Well, I'm sure they've just informed you of that over at the car when you were stood there talking for 10 minutes.
Well, I've got a rough idea, but I'd like to hear it from you. As I say, I'm completely unbiased.
I'm here minding my own business, and I come and get accosted by 2 constables.
Okay. Any reason police station compared to anywhere else?
Because we pay for it, and I can.
Okay, that's fair enough. It is a public property, isn't it?
Thank you very much. If only they knew that.
What I'll say is that obviously the inquiry office isn't open. So
yeah, I know. I already tried to go in there. Yeah.
Have a chat. They do close at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I just want to make you aware that I'm not suggesting that you will at all, but certainly we have had cars damaged here in the past, and that's why when we see somebody sat here with a camera, just sometimes people don't have as good intentions as yourself.
The plainclothes officers struggle to assert control over the situation. A uniformed constable is suddenly brought in, creating the clear impression of escalation and added authority. On its own, calling a uniformed officer is not unlawful, but intent and conduct matter. If the purpose is to intimidate, pressure, or discourage someone who is lawfully filming in a public area, then the situation begins to drift into potentially improper use of police presence and authority. That raises serious concerns under the College of Policing's Code of Ethics, particularly the duties surrounding fairness, transparency, integrity, and the responsible use of power. Police authority should never be used as a psychological tool to manufacture compliance where no lawful grounds exist.
Do you stop everybody with a camera in any place in the country then, just because they got a camera? Because cars get damaged all over the country, not just here.
Particularly because we work in a role where a lot of people don't necessarily.
I wouldn't bring your vehicle to work then if you're that worried about it.
But obviously we've got to get here somehow.
Yeah, you can cycle it. You can get public transport. You can get public, if you don't live in Huntingdon, you can get public transport to Huntingdon and then walk or cycle it. Absolutely. There are options. If you're that uncomfortable and that concerned about your vehicles at your place of work because of the role that you do, and the mitigating factor is the fact that you know the risks of the role that you take when you sign up for the job, that onus is on you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Simple as that.
Do you have any further plans this evening? Is that something you want?
Why, you want to take me for dinner?
No, not at all.
No?
I'm just generally trying.
I won't eat you out of house and home.
Oh, really?
No. Just some Mackies will do me.
No worries. Are you planning on being here long at all?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes to what though? What is your intention?
Finish my objectives.
And what is your objectives out of interest?
Private.
They might be private. I'm interested.
Yeah.
You've definitely got obviously my interest right now, so I just want to know what your objectives are.
Fair enough. And you're allowed to have those interests.
Have you got friends coming to join with you with your objectives, or?
I'm sorry, I've seen a bug go down my top. Oh. Sorry.
You got any friends coming down to join you?
No, I don't have any friends. Billy no mates me.
Oh,
I know, it's sad, isn't it? You want to be my mate?
I don't know. Yeah.
No. Didn't think so.
If I'm honest,
if I outside of work, sat outside, say, your home address on the public highway and sat with a camera facing your address, would you feel comfortable?
No, but this isn't your home address. Isn't anybody's home address.
No, but
If you did it at my place of work, then I wouldn't give a two rats.
Here, the officer attempts to justify suspicion based purely on unrelated incidents from the past, rather than anything the individual himself has actually done. That's a textbook example of guilt by association and profiling. The fact that other people may have damaged property in the past does not give police automatic grounds to treat every person with a camera as a potential criminal threat. Police powers must be based on specific, present, and objectively reasonable suspicion tied to the individual in front of them, not vague fears, assumptions, or broad generalizations. When officers rely on stereotypes instead of evidence, it risks turning lawful public filming into unjustified harassment. If genuine concerns existed, the officer should have clearly explained what specific behavior or evidence raised suspicion about this individual, rather than leaning on unrelated past events to justify intrusive actions.
Spend so much time here, it's
Look,
practically is our home.
Yeah, but that's the case for everybody who works. You know, nobody really works 37.5 hours
Right.
a week and are forced to live these days. You know, people tend to do 45 to 50-hour weeks, and they spend most of their time at work. So that is the case for the majority of the population in this country. So you're not alone in that. I do sympathise,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're not alone in that. But again, this isn't a place of residence.
Would you not
You
rather
know,
go
it is
somewhere else in this
Public
nice warm
320.
weather?
No, I'm quite comfortable here.
We are going to obviously conclude this conversation. We're going to get on our way.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have done that a good 25 minutes ago, but all
The
right.
only thing I will ask from me
Mm.
is I understand that this camera is facing the police station. I understand I can't make you turn it another way. You obviously know your law, and that's brilliant because a lot of people don't, and you know your rights. But what I would just ask, as a request from me to you, is just that you're not filming any number plates in specific vehicles. And as I say, that's only because of the concerns which I've raised, and it's a request. It's not me telling you.
Yeah. The only one that I've got that will probably make the footage is the one that came and reported to you, just because I want her number plate to be able to make her a complaint. You'll see she didn't identify,
You can make that complaint and share that with the complaints authority in
Mm.
relation to obviously the number plate. But publicly broadcasting it, is that really fair on her? Her right to a private life as well. The only reason I ask this, because
Yeah.
officers and non-officers, civilians, etc., are being traced by their cars, by their names, etc., through social media, everywhere else, and then there's issues outside their addresses. I'm not saying that's your intent, but people might get obviously on board and then get a bit aggy over it and actually challenge those officers outside.
Have you ever seen the police interceptor programs and all those sorts of things? The number plates are all over them.
Yeah, that's
all
not
over.
Blurred, actually.
Only the ones that are the direct subject of the stop.
Right.
All the other ones in passing, around the police stations, around the roads, they're all visible. I've looked at it.
Okay.
Is that including their private vehicles they drive?
Yeah,
home in?
you're recording me now, I should
I am
imagine.
indeed, and I've informed you of that.
Only just now.
At the start, I said I'm
He said he
recording
switched it
this
on.
interview.
He said he switched it on.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that. I will check back on that. And if you haven't, and only because you said that you did, but if you haven't, I am going to submit a formal complaint. Usually, I just tell you and
That's
try
absolutely fine.
to
I
get you to know.
complaints, and
But
as I say, my collar's 137 if you wish to.
But yeah, I don't remember you saying that. But fair enough if you did. If you did, then fair enough.
Out of
But,
interest, we're going to go anyway.
Yeah.
Out of interest, who are you filming for, and what? Like, is it Facebook or social media?
for
Obviously,
myself.
I assume you're live streaming.
No.
I'd just like to watch it back. That's all.
No, I'm not live streaming. No.
Oh, where's
You'll find it.
Where's it being posted then?
You'll find it.
I don't.
You'll find it. It's not going to be difficult to find. I don't name it some bizarre thing.
Okay, Cambridgeshire Police Headquarters, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it'll have something like that in the title, or I usually tag the location. It will come up.
All I ask is, can you stay away from out the car parks, please?
Maybe. We'll see.
Right, okay.
All I
And
will
the reason saying, stand out the car parks, as I did say, we have had that.
This comparison completely misses the point. A police station is a public-facing institution operating in a public space, where members of the public are generally free to be present and to film. A private home is entirely different. It's personal property, and the owner has every right to decide who can record there. Trying to compare the two is legally and logically flawed. Because a police station serves the public and is funded by taxpayers, filming in publicly accessible areas is generally protected under rights connected to freedom of expression and the gathering of information. The officer is attempting to blur the line between private privacy concerns and lawful public accountability, but they are not the same thing. Just because someone may dislike being filmed outside their home does not suddenly make it unlawful to record outside a police station. The law is based on legal thresholds and public rights, not on personal discomfort or subjective feelings. Unless there is a genuine legal basis to restrict filming, officers are expected to respect the public's right to record in public spaces.